Friends and loved ones, this is a program that suggests existing in reality, the reality that is real, rather than a reality which is not real, which we might prefer. And the reality is that President Joe Biden has clinched the 2024 Democratic presidential nomination. It's over on the basis of a number of primaries that were held last night. And it is now time to deal with reality. Do we want the next president of the United States to be Joe Biden, or do we want the next president of the United States to be Donald Trump? Here is the moment last night when CNN was able to make this projection on the basis of the results. Take a listen.
That's not enough. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to come right back to you, but I do just want everyone to know we do now have a CNN projection.
Wow.
And we can now project at CNN that President Biden has enough delegates to win the Democratic nomination for the 2024 presidential election. And as we've been saying, this is a major and historic moment in the race. Biden now pushing ahead with his re-election bid, and the state that got him over the edge, the state that got him over the top, we'll see in hindsight how significant that is the state of Georgia, where polls just closed at the top of the hour. Took us just under 11 minutes here to make this formal call, and we are now projecting Georgia is a win for Biden.
All right. So my approach going forward, before I even get to that, okay, let's have the conversation, right? Protest votes, symbolic votes, sending a message, showing I'm really upset, preferring somebody younger. Okay, it's all valid. It's all valid. It's part of the democratic process. 1000%. We now have to really couch our actions in the following way. Am I taking an action that is going to make the next president be Joe Biden, or am I taking an action that's going to make the next president be Donald Trump? It's not about shaming. It's not about saying that we would be better off with a ranked choice voting or single transferable vote system. We would. It's not about saying we wouldn't be better off with a national popular vote. We would be better off with a national popular vote. It's the reality that if you vote for Cornel West by writing him in, I think in just about every state other than Utah, maybe because he's not on any ballots. If you write in Cornel West, it's an action that helps Trump become the next president. My ethics and morality do not comport or coincide with actions that help Donald Trump become the next president. And I feel compelled to say this only because of the emails I continue to get. This isn't because I personally will benefit from Biden being president. I know I get emails about, David, you're going to cry when Trump becomes president. I can't wait to see the tears. I've been super honest. And, I was just in D.C. and met with a bunch of other creators. We all realize we do better. We make more money if Trump is the next president. So this idea that it's going to be a personal devastation as someone who lives in a blue state, everybody who was there mostly was in either New York or California, essentially. It's not because we are going to be the ones that suffer under Trump. It's because many people would suffer. Now, I know there's this idea of, well, might Trump put you in a camp or shut you down? Or I'm not big enough for Trump to pay attention to me. OK, so that's not a concern. So because I can't in good faith undertake an action that helps Trump become the next president, I will be voting for Joe Biden. Everybody can use whatever sort of barometer, test, whatever you want to do. But my priority is we've got to keep Trump out. If he wins, the show will do great. I'll benefit financially, but it would be the wrong thing and a bad thing for so many tens of millions of Americans. So Joe Biden is now the nominee, and we are going to have to work within that reality. And important in considering what that reality is also understanding what's happening on the Republican side, which is very similar. I often struggle to find a good pair of socks that fits right and is comfortable. Our sponsor Strideline have developed the most comfortable socks on earth. They have it trademarked, and it's true. They really are that comfortable. I love my Strideline socks. Strideline has spent years developing extraordinarily comfortable, functional socks that you just have to try to understand. Every Strideline sock gives you zoned cushioning, direct compression with a contour fit, and hydrophobic moisture wicking to prevent the rubbing and the smells. Strideline is also officially a partner of the NFL, MLB, NCAA, and Major League Soccer. So Strideline is where you can go to keep your feet warm on game day. I picked up these awesome New England Patriots socks, even though the Patriots are... Okay, anyway. I also love Strideline because they offer socks made from recycled plastic bottles that come out of the ocean, so you can make your feet and the earth more comfortable. And Strideline supports what we do at The David Pakman Show, another great reason to support them. Enhance your comfort with an exclusive 15% discount using the code DAVID at strideline.com. The link is down below.